In this video, I will show you some groundwork ideas to do with your horse. The more you do groundwork, the better chance you have once you're in the saddle. Standing tied. Provided your horse knows what halter pressure means, you can leave them stand tied with a hay bag while you go do chores. The benefits to standing tied is, the trailer is like pressure that's applied to the horse when he pulls back into it, and that applies the pressure to the halter. And when he gets off of it, moves forward, it releases all on its own. So, if you're holding on to them and they pull on you, you can't physically hold that pressure where it needs to stay in order for them to understand and to move off of it and give themselves release. One thing that may easily get overlooked anytime somebody has any kind of issue with the horse, maybe the horse is anxious to get on at first or something, it never hurts to saddle up and then unsaddle and put them away. So, there is little benefits of that. If you don't have much time to do much with your horse, at least you can saddle them and unsaddle and put them away. Pretty simple. Whatever your horse is doing before you put them away is what they will more than likely do when you get them back out next time. So if your horse is dancing around to unsaddle, you can't quit unsaddling until your horse is standing solid. Bridling and unbridling. Asking for an outside turn. And an inside turn, or come to me. Standing quiet while I pick up all 4 feet and the lead rope just hangs there. Just a little precaution here. If your horse does not want to stand still, especially with the back feet, be very careful. I went through a whole process to get him to this point where I know and I'm confident that he's gonna just stand there and not do anything bad and of course get me hurt. Front pivots and hind end pivots from both sides.
Boy.
This is a form of sacking out using a pool noodle. If your horse doesn't want to stand for this, you just gotta keep it in that place that bothers them until they stop their feet, and then you take it away, give them a little break, and go back to it. That's how you introduce it. Your horse may not be doing just what Cruiser here is doing, but be patient. Flapping the stirrups and slapping the saddle, those noises are very good for them. You never know when it may be you slapping the saddle by accident as you come off. You don't want them to react to that badly.
Good boy.
This is what I call my bag whip. It's just an old whip that was wore out. I cut the string off, most of the string, and I left a little bit of the string to be able to tie a sack to, and I also sewed on some other material I had, scraps of something else, and I use it to desensitize a horse. I don't use it to motivate a horse to move, because when I want a horse desensitized to bags and flappy things like that, like a flag, I want them to learn to stand still, to stop their feet. And so, I don't do what some people do using the flag to motivate them like a whip. It just works against desensitizing. A flag. Anything flappy is sure good for any horse.
Are we not too close or what? Are we too close to where you're not getting it all over the video? Like the top of the flag when I go up?
You're fine.
A gallon jug with a little bit of rocks in it. This is good for desensitizing to rattly, scary noises all around. So if you're riding and you happen to pull out of ice water or something and don't think about it, that can bother some horses.
No, cats.
Trash! Don't throw away your trash. You might need it for desensitizing.
Well, that's no big deal. Can you help me bag them up? Come on, help me pick them up. Come on, put them in there. Put them in there. Come on, this is for you. Pick up the bag,
I know, my horse is saying, oh gosh, what now? It never hurts to get on, just to sit there and then get right back off.
boy. Oh,
Make sure that when you get on, the horse is standing still, completely still, and before you get off, make sure he's standing completely still too. That's important. This is something that we tend to forget, at least I do, and we have to remember to practice getting our horses to back from the ground. Walking through tires. If your horse is scared of them, you can do it this way. As your horse gets better at going through them, you can do lots more laid out like this. And then you can lunge them through or send them through, whichever you want to call it. Lead your horse over a tarp. And then you can lunge them through or send them through, whichever you want to call it. Walking over a bridge. If you don't have a bridge, you can just lay a piece of plywood or OSB on the ground. Any of these objects where you're sending a horse through, walking a horse through, or walking up onto can help prepare them for better trailer loading. And then you can lunge them through or send them through, whichever you want to call it. Trailer loading. This is something that you want to do when you're not rushed to go somewhere. Work with your horse in between times. That way, when you do have to go somewhere, there's no question, no problem. The horse won't question you. Good job. Now have him scoot over. There you go. Good job. Oh, we gotta unlatch it. There you go. Good job. Yay! Okay, go ahead and unload. Okay. Make sure that your horse is standing quietly before you ask him to back out. Always back your horse out of a trailer. Less chance of injury that way to you and to your horse. Thanks to my daughter for helping demonstrate loading and unloading Cruiser. Awesome. Good job, Shira. You can go play now.